It is one of the fiercest and at times most controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had its share of fights. It's had its share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But for most, something about it still feels holy. Picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. It's the Utah Utes and the BYU Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, the Cougars head coach told me before the game, this running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Guys?
Okay, Holly. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Utes are in the hurry-up. Running inside. It's Bray. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. The snap sets up the throw. Got it set up on the outside. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this moment.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, BYU! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got a little grass. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to...
Unloads it downfield. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it behind the line. It's Bray. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The Utes have it in scoring position on first and goal. He wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Utes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. So the BYU Cougars offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. A 6-touchdown game in their last win. They'll leave it with the lone back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Moving out to the right. On the run, fires downfield. Got a man. It's White. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Cougars come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Might be changing the route. Trying play action. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. BYU has this offense clicking. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Finding an escape route across the 25. There's a crease.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Rivalries are the lifeblood of college football, and here are a few of the things that make this one special. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Now the play fake. Fires on the run. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab on the big throw. Hits the crease. Brought down after the huge gain gets this offense set up at the 27.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Wants to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. And the Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Makes the grab. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a crease. It's Bray. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Utah!
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, dude.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass-happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's led to 3,000 yards now.
And that's a lot when you consider some of the injury issues they've had.
Catch inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. BYU with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to...
Finding some room. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, BYU. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this dude's day just keeps getting better and better. Of course, we've already seen him score once, David, and after that run now, this guy's already eclipsed 100 yards. That's his 2nd touchdown. We're not even done the first half yet.
Yeah, the stats continue to pile up. A big day is approaching, and they've had no answers of stopping him. So if I'm the offense, I don't have to overthink this. Like, keep giving it to him. He'll keep making plays, and they'll keep putting points on the scoreboard.
The run inside. It's Brigg. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Utes in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Dances away. Inside the 35. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the 1st down through the interception, but no harm.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. It's complete on the right side. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure coming. And they can't make the connection.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
Looking for space. It's White. He's past the 30. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Maybe a crease. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And it's no good. He missed it. The lead is still 6 after the miss. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And the Utes will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. This BYU offense set up with another first down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. The Cougars have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. He wants to go deep. Caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. The Utes want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Bray. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. Bounced off his feet. And the Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Bray. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Works his way forward, has enough for the first down. Ball spotted at the 32. The Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
To the air on 2nd down. Finds his man, it's Alexander. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Using his legs to buy some time. Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely center cut. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Using his legs, it's White. Crosses the 30. At the 45, on his way. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Cougars. He got a step and just dusted the field. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They'll run play action, looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. This game will officially be in the books shortly. Gives us a minute to check out the top 12 and the scoreboard and see how those teams vying for playoff spots are doing. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Could be an alley. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Utes want to move quickly.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Bray. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun on third down. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Down in the end zone. The big play there, and the defense gets the stop. They've got the big fellas out there. A three tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Phillips. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Off play action. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd downs are a huge determining.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Find some fresh air. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this 1st down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Utes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Complete to the left. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Rushes on him. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Might have a chance. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. BYU trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on 1st down. Wants to throw it again. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. On 4th down, going to the air. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing... Runs through. Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, BYU! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. Shades of the Lavelle Edwards era as BYU is flexing its muscle and building a lead.
Jim McMahon is smiling somewhere. BYU and the explosive plays offensively, that's why they're lighting up this scoreboard, David.
Yeah, and the Cougars always dominate the line of scrimmage. You can always count on that. But listen, in this matchup with Utah, you usually don't see Utah get dominated up front. BYU bringing that physicality.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man down the middle.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. The corners are walked up tight. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Caught, and he's got room. The 30, the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Utah! Once he got some room, it was over.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Makes the grab. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. Coming out with the victory in the Holy War, it is the Cougars of BYU. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David